Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to learn the first principle of pattern making, which is dart manipulation. How to manipulate a dart from one position into another. And there are two techniques that we use to do that. One is called pivot or pivoting, and the other is called slash and spread. So let's get to it. This first exercise is the pivoting or pivot method of dart manipulation. And we're going to put a little tiny hole in the apex right here because this will be our pivoting point. It is the center of the pattern. As you can see, this pattern has two darts. Well, what if you don't want two darts? What if you say, I want to transfer this dart or this amount. This is called the dart intake, by the way. So we can transfer this amount into this other dart, the waistline dart, and thus eliminating this dart altogether. And we're going to do that by using our pivot or pivoting method. We're going to align center front with one of these dots or numbers, like this. And I'm going to start from this notch right here, the notch closest to the center. I'm going to put a little cross mark just like that so it's very visible. And I'm going to trace my pattern all the way around, neckline, down center front, until I arrive to this first notch right here. Okay, so put a little cross mark so it's visible. Using the apex as the pivoting point, I'm going to take the second notch and move it on top of the first notch, just like that. And then I'm going to trace the other half of the pattern, right? The shoulder, the armhole, the side seam, down to the waistline until we come to the other notch. Just like that. Make sure that your apex is visibly marked. Double check. Okay, it's right there. There it is. If you noticed, these darts do not touch the apex. They are about a ½ inch, sometimes 5/8 of an inch or 3/4 of an inch away from the apex. And that is because a dart is never sewn right to the apex. This dart at the waistline is much larger because we have taken the amount from here and incorporated into here. So now we have a much larger dart. This new dart now measures 4½ inches. So 2¼ is half of that. I'm going to just draw a very light pencil guideline like this and back away from the apex ½ inch. And now draw the new legs of the new dart from this new ½ inch mark down to my notch. And there is our new dart. Next, I take one leg, the first leg of the dart, the one closest to center front. I'm going to crease it and fold it over to meet the other leg, like so. And using my tracing wheel, I'm going to go over the waistline right through all the layers of the paper, of the dotted paper, like so. And when I open it up, it will look like that. You can see there's little tiny holes right there that the tracing wheel made. Okay, so using my French curve, I'm going to connect all those little tiny holes left by the tracing wheel. And there's a certain slight shape to it. So now we have a new pattern with one dart. I have stapled my pattern, my dotted paper pattern, to manila, and now I'm going to cut it out. I'm going to use my awl or a push pin to mark the apex and the vanishing point. Make sure you don't hurt yourself. This is sharp. And then using my notcher, I'm going to notch the legs of the dart. We can do it this way, and I've seen it also used this way, where you can see the leg of the dart and notch it. And now we have a new one dart sloper. Voila. Okay, so you've learned the pivot or pivoting technique, and now I'm going to show you the slash and spread. So stay tuned.